Hey everyone, today I'm here in the city of Artesia to try a spot I've heard so much about, Tony's BBQ. They're famous for two Filipino classics, Filipino BBQ and Bibingka. So let's head inside and see if it lives up to the hype.
First time here, sir?
First time here.
We're gonna try for the best seller for the pork, this is the one. The skewer and the liempo. Then we have a beef ribs, the pork rib, the chicken. Then we have a pancit here side.
I think I'm gonna do the pork belly.
Okay?
Can I also get one of the ube?
Yeah. For here to go.
For here.
Yeah. Anything?
I decided on the Liempo plate, which came with the grilled pork belly, java rice, achara. Also came with a small cup of soup. Now I was hoping for sinigang, but turns out it's basically egg drop soup. It was fine. It was just something you would get at a Chinese takeout restaurant. Now for the java rice. I've never actually tried java rice. I guess it's supposed to be basically a yellow fried rice made with maybe turmeric or annatto, but it was a little underwhelming. But now for the main event, the grilled pork belly. I mean, you could smell the char coming off of this thing from however it was they grilled it. It was it had a nice soy glaze, nice and sticky, and the outside was nice and crispy, while the inside was still pretty tender. The texture was kind of like if you ever had a ham steak. And the achara, the pickled papaya, was a nice palate cleanser. The pork belly is quite sticky and fatty, so you could definitely use the acidity from the papaya salad. Not gonna lie, I might have been most excited about the bibingka. This one is had a ube filling. The bibingka is basically, it's a type of rice cake. It's not overly sweet. This one actually had a nice hint of salt to it. They bake them in banana leaves. Now, I've had bibingka before, and sometimes they could be a little chewy, but this one was the exact opposite. I think maybe from the ube filling inside. It was super moist and not chewy at all. It wasn't the texture of mochi or anything like that. It was just a nice, tender, ube-filled cake. If you've never had ube, it's basically a sweet purple yam. It's less sweet than a typical sweet potato, and it has some undertones of vanilla. Now, overall, would I say Tony's BBQ is the best Filipino barbecue I've ever had? Definitely not. The flavors overall were pretty underwhelming. Nothing was, super flavorful. The rice seemed under-seasoned. The pork belly wasn't as tender as I might have liked. The texture is kind of like Korean short rib with the small bones in there. Now, I'm not going to judge this place based on my one time here. There are other things on the menu I would like to come back to try, like the pork skewers, the chicken skewers, and maybe even the beef rib. But definitely, I would come back for the bibingka. And I think they have 3 different flavors. They also have other desserts. Saw they had a whole setup in there with the toppings for halo, and I know they have the taho, the sweet tofu dessert. So I will be back, but I'm going to say not the best Filipino barbecue in LA.